Panthers, and that is their second of the half. So
both teams down to one timeout here in the second quarter. And we still have 9:10 to go.
Interesting, on a second and 24, David Seaborn and his staff saw something they didn't like defensively.
The perfect blend of flavor and heat.
See,
Frank's Red Hot.
He's been out there every snap. He's usually got 2 green jerseys on him pretty regularly.
Now, the other part of this that you look at, what you're talking about, at this level, there's some guys that play on both sides of the ball a little bit, and this defense for the Panthers, it's got to be tired. There's just you talked about it. This over 30 plays now that they've had to defend here in the first half. They've been on the field the whole time because their offense has scored on 1 play and 2 plays and then fumbled on the first play of a drive. So the offense hadn't been out there much. The defense has been out there the whole ball game.
District ball game up in Round Rock, and Vista Ridge, they've won a couple of close ones, including our game a couple of weeks ago against Bowie. Then they won their district opener against Round Rock. They lead Stony Point 21-7 as they are moving into the third quarter. So here we go, 2nd and 24 for the Cougars. Pressure coming. They go with that screen to Garcia. Breaks a tackle, and he's off to the races. Garcia inside the 20, down to the 10, and buried at the 5. What a call by the Connally offensive staff, and Garcia weaving his way down inside the 10-yard line.
Shake your body line. Shake
Pump to the inside, great block right at the point of attack.
The perfect blend of flavor and heat. Frank's Red Hot.
Able to run him down and slow him down. Seaborn able to put him away, but down inside the 5-yard line.
Well, Garcia's got to be pushing 150 total yards already.
No doubt.
1st and goal for Connally. Watkins keeping it, turns it up, touchdown, Chase Watkins. And Connally has the answer on a 75-yard drive.
Wow, just great blocking at the point of attack, and just gets to the outside, and great running. Goes untouched, just great blocking out in front. Finds that little seam, and he's into the end zone. Capping. Watkins, 10-play, 75-yard drive.
So Molina trying to make it a 21-7 ball game. And with 8:52 to go, Connally Cougars showing quite an explosive and pretty diverse offense.
Oh yeah, they've been balanced. I mean, you've seen as much on the ground as we've seen through the air. That was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. Took 4 minutes and 17 seconds off of the clock. What an entertaining first half. I mean, it has been big play after big play after big play. Fumbles, a lot of things happening, and 35 points on the board.
Down at Bob Shelton Stadium, Tripping Springs leading Buda Johnson 21-0. They are in the second quarter. Aiken's on their way to a 4-0 record. They lead Northeast College, early college prep, 41-0 in the second.
For the Panthers here, trailing in this ball game 21-14.
And again, Liberty Hill, the 2 touchdowns have been quick strikes. 1 play, Byrne, 2 plays. Byrne capped it off. Connally lost one of their interior defensive linemen, Javion Booker, to an arm injury in the first quarter. And that ball on the ground, and Freed able to recover his own fumble. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, just the exchange not good right here. You can see the ball never got up. Hey, how about the ability to get on there? Because that ball, again, is oblong. It's bouncing around, bodies everywhere, and found a way to get on it. 2nd and 11.
3rd fumble, first time they've recovered a fumble. So 2nd down, and that's Byrne, and Byrne's got some room, and Byrne is got a 1st down and more. But there is a flag on the play, defensive offside, so that play will stand, and Again, second long, third long, that's not going to change this offense.
No, you're just not going to see many balls get in the air. That's for sure. But, I mean, are these yards coming in chunks? Yes, they are.
Bryce Byrne appears to be that next running back for Liberty Hill.
He's approaching 100 already.
Yeah, just a sophomore. They've had some excellent backs, as you can imagine, in this offense. There's that flip to Balinga, and Balinga turns it up and takes it into Connally territory.
There's another flag. I think this is for offsides. I think they declined this penalty in a 9-yard game. We'll see how they play it. It's actually 10. They're going to give a first down, so they will decline the penalty.
Well, back-to-back defensive offside penalties, but big plays from Liberty Hill. They give it to Muchaw, and Muchaw with some hard running to about the 43-yard line.
That up back is what I call him, right in behind the quarterback in this slot T. Usually is the biggest of the running backs. Well, not this year. He runs like a big back, but he's only about 165, 170 pounds.
Yeah, they don't have that banger like they have had in the past. Balinga listed as 190 would be the biggest. And that's Balinga, gets the edge. He's got a first down and more, knocked down at about the 35-yard line.
A point away from 42 points here in the first half in a 21-21 ball game.
Now they'll throw a bunch of backs at you. Benefield's been a little bit nicked up.
Going for two.
And the give. And it is Benefield, and so Liberty Hill takes the lead on the 2-point conversion. It is Benefield. Mentioned he's been a little nicked up. He came in with 40 carries, averaging 6 yards a carry, and right there he just got 8 points.
Yeah, great blocking up front, just a great push. And you were thinking we were going to be tied. Instead, let's go for two.
Well, Levon Whitaker, this is your first taste of Liberty Hill slot T. We see it up here. It's a little easier to sort it out down there. I imagine it's pretty dizzying for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm having a hard time keeping my eye on the ball as well.
Keith said it's all about the eyes, Levon.
It is all about the eyes. You know, I watched a Navy team that runs a similar offense, triple option, and it's kind of what it reminds me of. But you can hear Charles Burton on the sideline say, "Hey, I don't want any defensive linemen standing up. I want them on their knees and ready to go." When the Liberty Hill offense comes to the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure what the true method of that is, if that's to prevent penalties or that's just to be ready to go at the line of scrimmage. But either way, he is unhappy with guys standing up when the ball is high.
Well, if you're standing,
you're in
probably
trouble.
Lost the battle.
Yvonne's absolutely right. I mean, you got to be down and be ready to go because they're going to come at you in a hurry from a lot of different angles.
Let's see if we got anything up their sleeve with Bartow here. Little pop-up kick, and that's a live ball. Messes everything up.
Absolutely.
2nd and 3 now for Connally. Midway through this second quarter. Quick here to the other side. That time Liberty Hill defends it well. Nielsen on that other side with some help. And now you got a big third down play. Cockburn also in on that tackle.
Yeah, got through the first block. You can see right away. He gets through that first block. Watch that white jersey come out. And then no place to come back inside. Cockburn was right there. So this is the first really big third down. We've got just over half of the quarter left to go here in the second quarter. Even though it is third and short, and they've been able to be really good, I would look for Watkins to put this in his hands and maybe run the football here, or that play clock's getting low quickly.
Yeah, Connally has one timeout left, down to 5. Watkins, the give to Garcia, and I don't think he got it. That's going to be 4th down and a yard. That hole closed quickly.
Well, we've seen them go for 4th down at their 11-yard line and make it. See if they don't go for it here on 4th down. Understanding it's going to take a lot of points to win this game.
Jack Pitchford, the senior safety, in on it. Here we go, 4th down and 1. Movement, that's going to be a penalty.
Now you got to punt the ball, Blee.
Yeah, that's the H-back there. Sanchez.
Well, you're trying to draw them offsides, not you come offsides.
Well, that's a killer because they've been pretty good. You like their chances of picking up a yard and keeping this drive alive. Remember, Liberty Hill's going to get it to start the second half, so this could be a huge swing right here in the ball game.
No doubt. And they've struggled a little bit with their snaps here on the punting game, too. The last 2 have bounced. See what happens here.
Molina, good snap. High kick, not deep, but does get a big bounce. Now fielded, and Flores was content to let it go, but it just hopped right in his hands, and Liberty Hill takes over at the 45-yard line, and this is really big for this Connally defense here with 4:22 to go in the quarter.
Yeah, they've been either in the lead or in a 1-possession game. All of a sudden, this could be a 2-possession game, and this offense has not been slowed down other but by themselves by putting it on the turf.
Here come the Panthers. Benefield again, and they're giving it to the hot hand. Benefield breaks a tackle and falls forward to the 36-yard line, and just like that, a gain of almost 20.
It's just such an offense that you can't replicate during the week, especially a short week where you play on Thursday night. And this defense is on its heels. I mean, they can't get any penetration, and with all the eyes candy that you're looking at. Look at how many times he faked that ball that time.
There's Belinga, and he got tripped up, or it might have been a touchdown. But Dylan Belinga, that was the freshman Rollins, and
watch
just
the
got a
quarterback.
piece of him.
He has his back turned. 3 different guys run by him, and then all of a sudden the football comes out of that.
And Rollins got just enough. But just like that, they're down at the 25-yard line. Clock moving at 3:40 to go. Right up the middle, Mucha churns and powers, and Liberty Hill probably wouldn't mind running a little more time here.
Mucha, like I said, only about 170 pounds. Not a big young man, but watch him cover up. He just covers that football. He's not going to get it knocked out of his hands.
Bartow. Short kick, again to the sideline, and that one no chance.
That would just got too much of it. And instead of getting it to bounce in the field of play, out of play, this will be good starting field position here.
Yeah, no time off the clock, and Connally will have it at the 35-yard line. Timeout.
Watkins is so dynamic, and like I said, we've seen him put it down just a few times, but he's one of those guys that can make things happen.
Garcia in the slot to the left of Watkins.
Got to know where he's at, don't you?
Straight drop. They're spying Watkins, and he's not going to get much. Nice job by those Liberty Hill linebackers. Oren Cole, 21, Cockburn, 10.
He's looking right at Garcia. He's not open at double coverage on him. He put it down quickly and knew he wanted to save some time and make something out of nothing.
Well, the flip side is you did stop the clock, and now it's 2nd and 8, so there's 2 ways to look at this. Connally doesn't get a first down. leave Liberty Hill some time. Straight keep from Watkins, turns it up, follows the block, breaks the tackle, first down.
He's a dynamic player.
Alistair Vallejo made that play, no question about it. He wasn't anywhere close to the tackle, but just look at that penetration and what he did to blow it all up.
Yeah, he just forces it back to the inside, and then his middle linebacker has cleaned up all night, making those tackles across the middle. You look at Cole, he's been really good, 21 on the play. Now, you take it to this timeout. Roger, I think you got to try to make this first down. I mean, try to score. You know, I know you're thinking, well, you may give the ball back to them, but or force them to use their timeout. But I think you got to design something to try to make this happen. It's going to be in the 40s.
Well, yeah, there's no tiptoeing around. You got to outscore. You got to be ready to outscore.
The perfect blend of flavor and
all of a
heat.
sudden,
Frank's Red Hot.
They got 30 points. They fumbled inside their own 5-yard line, and they fumbled the second time that set up a Connally touchdown. So you're going to need 3-4 more touchdowns.
You're going to need at least 40.
Third down and 11. Watkins got some room, but now throws it to the sideline. Boy, great job by that Liberty Hill linebacking core of spying Watkins.
Yeah, again, there's Cole, 21 middle linebacker. He was running a spy. There's no question. That's what he's doing. You'll see him right in the middle. You can see him right here. Now watch him. Just watch him. There he comes from the inside. He's right there. You know, he's the one that forces him to put the football up. It's going to turn into a punt here with 1:52 to go.
Well, the other thing, they can get pressure with 3. Then they got 3 linebackers, so you still have 5 defenders downfield. First things first, clean snap. High snap. Nice catch by Molina, but this is a short punt. And this one's going to back up, and Connally needs to get on it, but it's going to back up. In fact, that's going to be Liberty Hill ball in Connally territory. That's going to end up being just about an 8-yard punt. And now danger zone for the Cougars as Liberty Hill has plenty of time and a timeout.
It's just one of those punts that backs up when it hits the ground. All happened because of the bad snap. Gets the punter off rhythm.
Seventh possession of the half for Liberty Hill. Another huge gain right there, off to the races, and you can forget about it. Jack Pitchford coming in at running back, and one play, and Liberty Hill has opened this one up. Pitchford, of course, the younger brother of Joe, outstanding running back at TCU now, and well, Jack primarily on defense, but he can carry it as well.
Well, you saw his speed. I mean, we've seen it already. Watch him explosive right here. Once he turns the Jets on, ain't nobody catching him. He is. You just take it to the house, a one-play drive. The second one-play drive of the half. They've had one drive of 2 plays. All of a sudden, some separation in this ballgame.
Yeah, Liberty Hill will go for 2 again. And that's Pitchford again. Apparently, if you score, you get the 2-point conversion. So now Pitchford and Liberty Hill up 38-21. It's a offense that as David Seaborn talked to us about, they've kind of stopped themselves throughout the early part of the season with turnovers. We saw it in the first quarter, but they put up 38 points here. Their highest total of the season was in that overtime, or check that in that, yeah, the overtime loss to Rouse 43, and they're knocking on the door of that in less than 24 minutes.
They have just been outstanding offensively, and Watkins was matching. And you look at it, one timeout, if you can get a good return here, maybe try to get something happen. We said there were going to be points, 59 in the first half here.
Well,
and it's not over.
1:32 to go. pop up will stay in play. It will be fair punt, so Connally has it. 132. A timeout. If they can spring something big.
Yeah, the first play is so important. If they, if you get a one, where they will set the chains and let the clock start running.
That was a nice job. It was a high snap.
Yeah.
Looked like it might mess up the timing. Now, with 37 seconds to go, they stop play. Well, Liberty Hill's going to take their final timeout and just make sure they're buttoned up here.
Well, I can't get the ball back more than likely with any possession, so it's, hey, let's make sure we don't get anybody behind us and have everything in front where you can come up and tackle.
So, 59 points here in the half. 5 timeouts.
5 timeouts.
2 turnovers.
Might be 6 before it's over if there's a completion right here. And the other part with that, we've got to be approaching 500 yards of total offense, and we've got 59 points on the board and about 2 hours of play in the first half.
Liberty Hill does it. They do it quickly. Their touchdowns have not taken long, but they've scored on the first play after Connally went 75 yards, and most of that was on a 3rd and 12. Watkins to Garcia for 62 yards, and then Byrne goes 60, and then we had Connally forced to punt. Liberty Hill fumbled, but Connally moving off their goal line punted. Liberty Hill fumbled. Watkins giving Connally the lead. Byrne on a short drive, touchdown. Watkins answers back, and then it's been all Liberty Hill since then with 3 unanswered. Watkins, screen set up. Garcia's got some room, turns it upfield. Garcia down inside the 50 and into Liberty Hill territory. 28 seconds to go. Still got that one timeout.
Well, watch number 56. He's on the ground way back at the back of this. But look who's involved in the tackle. 28 yards downfield after rushing the quarterback.
And playing, I think, every snap defensively in this half. Clock running at 19. Watkins looking for a shot, going down the seam way too high. And that'll bring up, they'll enjoy that halftime.
Yeah, the 24-minute halftime they will have.
You see Vallejo at the 40 kind of squatted down. He has played some kind of half. Now, Connally's done a nice job offensively, but Vallejo has also made his presence known as well.
Well, he made one of the best plays of the night a while ago when he was on a screen pass. He was rushing the passer and caught the runner 28 yards downfield.
On Whitaker, you can see Watkins maybe
The perfect
not
blend
as
of flavor and
comfortable with the
heat.
deeper
Frank's Red
routes
Hot.
as the quick hitters, especially to Garcia, and they obviously got to get something deep here.
Yeah, well, definitely. They're trying to. Liberty here is going to just force them to keep everything underneath and not allow them to get down the field. But man, I wonder who took the over in this game. 59 points in 2 quarters, man. I've never seen that one.
It took a couple of games, but Yvonne was able to work that in. All right, here we go. You see Liberty Hill's got safeties out of your screen down inside the 20. That 3-man rush. And Watkins steps up, and he's going to throw it through the end zone. In fact, it hit the crossbar, and that's your final play of quite a first half here. 59 combined points as Liberty Hill trailed 21-14, and since then they have rattled off 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions to take this 17-point lead.
Yeah, defensively in this game right now, that would be both defensive coaches are going to go in at halftime and say, what do we got to do here to change some things? But just too much of the Panthers and their misdirection.
Then turned into a horse collar. Well,
huge, but that would be the first time I can remember a 3rd and long on the night for the Panthers. Instead, it's the penalty gives them a first down out to the 44-yard line.
So big penalty right there gives Liberty Hill a first down. And they go up the middle. Not much there, but still not much is 6 yards for Muchaw.
Muchaw is the key, though. They call him, it looks like a fullback. This is short back. He's right behind the quarterback, and he's the first guy that all the fakes go to. Sometimes it's not a fake.
Leading ball carrier coming in. He had 68 attempts in 3 ball games. Balinga. And Balinga is off to the races. Broke a couple of tackles. You can forget about it. Touchdown, Dylan Balinga, his 4th of the season. And that one from 46 yards out. And now at Liberty Hill, that's 4 unanswered touchdowns for the Panthers.
You know, just the same play we've seen all along. And Balinga gets to the outside. Good block right at the point of the attack. Breaks 1 tackle right there, and then just outruns everybody to the pylon.
We'll see. Looks like they'll line up to kick this extra point with Noe Molina, or check. Watkins to Garcia, and Garcia does a nice job in space down inside the 20. Fearless, Keith, the way he looked back for that ball, knowing he might get popped.
The other part, he comes up a little ginger that time after that. I think he'll come out of the game. Boy, he has had an outstanding night. I mean, you're right. You might think you're going to get popped right there before you get the ball caught. He's just been really good now out of the game.
Chris Riley, a senior, number 9, in for the first time. They'll go with Gaddy and Whitehead at least to start the formation, both in the backfield. They're going to run it with Whitehead behind Gaddy, but oh my goodness, Pitchford, what a play by Pitchford.
This is exactly how you make a form tackle. He just pulls in there, finds the spot, fills the gap, and wraps up.
Tackle for a loss right there. Looks like they might just keep it right at that line of scrimmage, but great play by Pitchford. Second down now for the Cougars. Last time Connally scored, it was to take a 21-14 lead. Watkins. He's got Franklin out on the edge, and nice job of running after the catch all the way down to about the 12-yard line.
Thinks he's going to the outside, and Franklin brings it back into the group. And Panthers overrun it. Gets it down almost to the 10-yard line. It's a manageable 3rd down here. 4-down territory now.
Still just 4+ minutes into this 3rd quarter. Connally, Gaddy cuts it back out, turns it up, but not much there. And again, we've called
enough for the first down.
A lot.
Enough to get the first down, though, to move the chains and make it 1st and goal.
Cole's got a bunch of tackles.
Yes,
he came in with 24 in 3 ball games.
Watkins is really good. Tough to bring down in this area in the quarterback run game.
Gaddy again turns it up and into the end zone. Taj Gaddy with a burst. Connally back on the board here with 7:09 to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, the player down for Liberty Hill. To get up. He does get up.
That's McMillan.
Stay in the game here. I think you kick the field goal here. I mean, the extra point, excuse me.
Connally gets the touchdown, and Liberty Hill with the answer, and Now Connally will get it at the 25-yard line. 80 total points so far in this one. Levon, what'd you get from Liberty Hill coach David Seaborn earlier?
Well, the first thing I asked him was about those fumbles and how they can correct that. He said, I just told the guys not to panic. We don't need to panic. We just need to go out there and execute. Don't need to shoot ourselves in the foot. Don't hurt ourselves. And that's exactly what they've been doing since that second fumble where Connally was able to get the rock and punch it into their end zone. But I asked him about Jace Watkins, the quarterback for Connally. He told me, I said, what about number 2 for Jace Watkins? He said, who is that? Jokingly. And he says, well, I just call him the fast guy. Heck of an athletic person that can hurt us. I never called him by his name, just a fast guy that runs quarterback.
Yeah, and he talked to us about him on our call with him, too. He was very concerned about containing Watkins. Well, Watkins in that Connally offense asked to answer. Gaddy in the backfield. 3 to the right, and they give it to Gaddy. Gets a block, gets to the edge, and a nice job. Well, it might have been too much of a block because there's a flag on the play, and maybe Cameron Jones got too much of a block there. Well, that makes life.
That was pretty far down the field. Her previous spot, I thought it might be a spot foul, and now they're doing it. It's going to be first down, but it was down the field to 31. It's going to take it back to the 21 instead of 1st and 20. It'll be 1st and 13, 14.
Vallejo's been in on every defensive snap. They move him around on that right side of the defense. Watkins taking a shot, and that ball is caught in stride. Franklin taking it to the house. What a throw and catch. 79 yards. Watkins to Rashawn Franklin.
Well, this is a perfectly thrown football, and Franklin makes a heck of a move on the outside. He didn't get much separation, but the ball was thrown so perfectly. Good blocking up front, steps in it, lays it up. Look, there's the separation. At the last minute, reaches out, gets a hold of the football, and then uses his speed to take it to the house. One play, 70. Well, it's more than that. It was back to the 21, 79 yards.
Rashawn Franklin, the sophomore, with his 6th touchdown of the season. And the extra point is up, and we'll keep it here. So now 52-35, and the 100 is definitely in danger of being eclipsed in a combined scoreboard here. But boy, that was a spectacular throw, and Franklin doing a nice job of outstretching and bringing it in.
Yeah, and the other part is I'd love to see receivers, once the ball's in the air, you can see Franklin find a way to get some separation, because when the ball was launched, as I would say it, on some kind of bucket ball down the field like that, he was not open, but he just found a way at the end. Right here, see, he's a double move on the outside, and that's even. But look at that separation right at the minute, and then a perfectly thrown football, and then uses his speed to finish it out.
Well, Jace Watkins has had a big night throwing the football. He's run for a couple of touchdowns, and that was his 2nd touchdown pass of the night. So he's got 8 touchdown passes, 4 touchdown runs here in 3+ ball games.
Yeah, and probably at this point about 400 yards of total offense for Connally. 500 on the other side, all on the ground.
Yeah, the kick is going to be a touchback, but again, this Connally defense has to figure out a way to do something to disrupt this Liberty Hill run game, knock a ball free, because when we talk about, oh, they played that pretty well, Keith, we look up and it's still a 5-yard gain.
Yeah. 75, 75, 48, just the yardage. 55, 75. It's just a ton of yards. All these yards are coming on the ground as well.
We've had 4 consecutive 75-yard touchdown drives in this half. The flip to Seaborn in on offense, and he gets tripped up, and that's one of the best defensive plays of the night for Connally, and that's J.J. Miller, their senior corner, and comes up limping.
Just a nice job coming in, going low from the outside, and just cut the pins out from under him. And makes a tackle right there, but he does come up a little gimpy right there.
A little different jersey for Miller than everybody else, too. See that?
It is a different jersey.
Second down.
This is an inside cross, Buck. Good trap play right over the center. Center goes to the left. The off guard comes back and traps the nose guard and singles out and makes that whole gap in the defensive front.
Longest drive in a while for Liberty Hill.
Yeah, this is 6th play of the drive. They've been scoring on 3.
Yeah, the touchdown to
The
Franklin
perfect blend of flavor and heat.
3
Frank's Red
minutes
Hot.
ago on the clock, over 3 minutes of time off the clock. And that give to Byrne is enough for a first down. So Liberty Hill now not only grinding out yards, but clock continues to move.
Inside dive, just a good push. That offensive line with a really good push right there. That push, by the time he had contact, he was already to the line to gain.
So they had 1st and 20, and then 3 plays, they pick up about 23 yards. Now they've got first down inside the Connally 40-yard line. And that will be Belinga. That was close to movement, no flag, and that is a gain of another 7 yards.
Well, a little bit different look on the defensive front. They had a 5-man front in the first half. And we've seen the Cougars come out with a 4-man front here and add an extra linebacker. It seems to slow down the big play. Now, they're still getting yardage and still moving the chains, but they've slowed down the big chunk plays.
Byrne has it, bounces off a tackler and then gets loose down the sideline. Byrne to the edge and knocked out inside the 5-yard line, right at the 5. Another first down for Liberty Hill.
This is just good running. He bounces out here, had a shot to be tackled here, and then good vision, good stiff arm, and then gets it down and knocked out inside the 5. And a 1st and goal.
This is the last call for the fastest 5th grader in Greenville. If that's you, come prove it in the North End Stadium.
First down. The give to Belinga. Touchdown, Liberty Hill. And that's their 4th 75-yard drive, or 3rd rather, here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, this one they did take some time off the clock. 4 minutes and 31 seconds on this drive and 9 plays. Extra point away from the 59 on the board.
$35. 3rd and long for Connally. Blitz coming. Watkins gets it off, and Garcia slipped past the defenders. He's got a first down and more.
That was an excellent route. It was a deep out. You had back-to-back outs from the 2 outside receivers. You had one coming across, and he just finds the soft spot. It was in a zone. Just overload. It's called flood the zone, and do a great job of flooding that zone, and Garcia gets open. Good pitch and catch for the first down.
Yeah, great shot right there of the head coach, Charles Burton, and his outstanding receiver. He's had some kind of night. And that time, Keith Watkins standing in there with pressure coming right at him.
Yes, he did. Too many men on the field for Liberty Hill.
It's going to be a free play. The give, and it's going to be a big one. Down to the 26-yard line. Gaddy.
No, I didn't see a flag, but I counted them. There were 12 on the field. Player down.
They did. Illegal substitution. That Seaborn down. DJ Seaborn.
That's a really good player, folks.
Yeah. And of course, that's the son of the head coach. Saw the play right here, and Seaborn hold on. You see at the end he got hit from the behind by one of his own defenders. And good to see him up. We saw Connally lose their defensive tackle Javion Booker to an arm injury. Fortunately, DJ Seaborn never did pop up, but he's moving gingerly back to the sideline. When you look at this Connally team in this district, Keith, and you got to believe that if they stay healthy, they're going to certainly compete for a playoff spot.
Oh, no, there is no question.
Point to that game and on October 9th against Bastrop. They've got an outstanding team with their fine young quarterback. And maybe that game here with one of the teams they share this stadium with from across the street, Pflugerville. That's their final game of the season on November 7th. That certainly could have some implications.
Absolutely it could.
They will take on Crockett next week.
McCallum's in the district.
Yep, they get an open date after that before their game with Bastrop. So first down, they decline the substitution penalty. Here's the give to Gaddy, cuts it up, and not much there. McMillan with the tackle.
A couple of guys getting up here gingerly.
Yeah, might be a cramp. McMillan. Man, they played a lot of snaps.
So they have played a lot of snaps. So when your offense scores as quickly as they have, your defense is on the field a lot.
How about that? Big defensive lineman just trying to work his own cramp out as he gets ready to line up. And now Connally forced to take their first time out. As for Liberty Hill, certainly the favorite along with Bastrop in this district. They'll get Navarro next week. Then they travel to Elgin. And we'll be here next Thursday night, a district matchup between Elgin and Pflugerville. Mentioned tomorrow night, the Westlake game on KXAN Plus. Boy, McNeil Round Rock's an interesting one. Round Rock at risk of falling to 0-2 in district play. They're looking for their first win, a perennial playoff team. And McNeil's a good team. That'll be a good one at Dragon Stadium.
We always we talk about it every year, Roger. We do these games. You get to the 1st of October, you start really starting to take a look at how things are starting to break out, especially with some of these districts that have 9 teams in the district, 8 teams in the district.
Dripping Springs a winner in their game with Butte Johnson tonight, 52-0 down at Bob Shelton Stadium. Watkins, pressure coming. Avoids the rush, but then finally dragged down. It's going to be a loss on the play, and that will go as a Orrin Cole. I think they'd give him a sack for this. Watkins was definitely back to pass, and they got him behind
21 doesn't miss many tackles, does he?
He doesn't. He came in with a bunch, and he's got a bunch tonight. So now 3rd down and 9.
4 down territory here.
Watkins rolling to the sideline, caught, but short of the first down by Franklin. So that'll bring up 4th down and 4.
So just a quick out, get him out of the move, take away the pressure. Franklin makes the play and steps out right at the 20-yard line. They got to get to the 16 for the first down.
Another timeout.
Now
Nope,
Franklin moved.
Yeah. Well, Vallejo's been calling for a false start. Kind of takes you back to the first half when it was much closer, and they had a 4th and 1, and a little movement forced a punt. From there, they have not been able to stop Liberty Hill in the ballgame.
Yeah, it was 4th and 4. Now it's 4th and 9. And 9th play of the drive started on their back at their own 30-yard line. And now you got to have 9 yards here.
Watkins, pressure coming, and he's going to have a tough time, not going to get it. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. It's too many white jerseys, and Connally stopped for the first time here in the second half.
Boy, he's got a really good runner, but this is nice job of pursuit. Everybody wrapping him up, staying at home, and doing their job. And ball goes over on downs.
Liberty Hill has scored touchdowns on 7 consecutive possessions. And Mucha, short gain. Didier Thorpe with the tackle.
Now, they will still sprint to the line of scrimmage, but we've seen Liberty Hill with the lead late in the ball games. They will run the clock down and take their time. Well, I say that, and they're right back to the line of scrimmage. But we've seen them use the clock a little bit.
Benefield breaks a tackle. He was stopped at the line of scrimmage. And
did he fumble that football? Did that ball come out?
Connally says they have it, but I haven't seen a signal.
Let's watch the end of this play. Was he down before this ball definitely came out, but was he down before the ball came out? Tackle. That ball's in. That ball's out.
Yeah.
There's no replay here,
No, and it wasn't really close.
I mean, it was out long before he was on the ground.
No, that's just a miss, and so 3rd down, and unless I don't think it was blown dead.
No, it couldn't have. He was still spinning out of a tackle.
Yeah. So instead of a short field for Connally, chance to get it back to a 2-score game, by the way, if they'd got that fumble. Here's Mucha, and he's got the first down and more. Now, Connally thought they had the turnover there.
Well, in reality, they should have had.
Still not terribly deliberate. Belinga with that toss, and Belinga gets free. Sideline. It's a foot race, and Belinga is going to get dragged down, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line. Dylan Belinga, great speed on the edge.
Well, watch him right here. He gets right in here, looks, he breaks a tackle there, spins out of that, and then everybody's right there in grasp of him, it seems like. He just uses his speed, and then a horse collar tackle that was not called. It gets him down at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, he agrees with you. He made that signal. And who was one of the they did call it, so that'll be half the distance. But who was one of the lead blockers? The quarterback, Judah Freed, number 8.
All he's done has been the maestro
to
the orchestra.
The conductor. So Liberty Hill knocking on the door of 8th straight scoring drive, touchdown drive. And they're going to let Belinga finish the job, and he does. Into the end zone for Liberty Hill, and we are at 100 points here at the field, and gotta imagine over 1,000 yards of offense.
Well, that's another. This one not 75, Roger. 76 yards on the drive. 5 plays, took 2:04 off the clock. As you mentioned, going for the 101st point of the night.
And Belinga has 3 touchdowns in the ball game. And we've still got 7:36 to go in a game that is already pushing 3 hours. Extra point is good, and we'll stay here.
Well, each team wants to improve week to week. And we got a great opportunity to talk to Coach Seaborn this week, and one of the things he talked about was the fact that, in his first year, he's been with the program for quite a while, but first year as the head coach, and talked about improvement each week in and week out. Well, I think you're starting to see a team maybe hitting their stride at the right time now. It came into this game 1-2, going to come out now 2-2. Again, have not thrown a pass tonight. If you're just tuning in, 66 points on the board, and not one drop back in the game.
Yeah, and more important, they're going to go to 1-0 in district play.
Yep.
Okay, we'll be back here next Thursday. Same district, Pflugerville and Elgin. Well, Luke Bartow.
He's going to ice his leg.
He's kicking off again.
Now, it's an interesting view. Now, if you've got some guys dinged up here and you look at the game's pretty much decided on the outcome of who's going to come away with the victory. And the one thing both teams want to stay away from now is anybody getting injured. You get tired, you get slow. Sometimes at the end of the game, you're not as confident, so you want to maybe put some different guys in position where you can stay away from injuries.
And on that note, I think we're going to see a new quarterback.
Yeah, I think you just want to, stay away at this point. There's
Giovanni Liboy, sophomore, number 12 there. Yeah, Watkins has been outstanding, but he's also been banged up a little bit. And so, again, this is a team that should contend not only for a playoff spot, but I would say, without seeing everybody play besides Liberty Hill and Bastrop, I would line this Connally team up with the rest of the district and like their chances to be right there.
I concur, especially with their skill position have been very good.